Hello there, my name's Carlo and welcome to my very first video blog. This is basically going to be concentrating on my Hackintosh project. I haven't had a lot of luck lately with the computer build that I've got at the moment. To be perfectly honest, it wasn't built to be a Hackintosh. It was meant to be a standard Windows 7 PC. I got the parts quite cheap. They're not top of the range parts, but they were parts to get me up and running within the computer world. I used to have a Mac before this and I absolutely loved it, but this is going over to Windows 7. Windows 7 is great, you know. This machine runs everything that I throw at it. It's at the moment it's a quad core Q666 6600 processor running at 2.4 gigahertz, and it can be overclocked to 3 gigahertz. It's only got 4 gigabytes of DDR2 RAM in it, and it's got a 1024 megabyte ATI Radeon 6450 graphics card. It's running all the latest games on it, no problems. I've been running games such as Battlefield 3 at approximately between 50 and 60 frames per second, which is absolutely great. But I do miss the Mac world. So I was considering on going back and buying an iMac or maybe getting a Mac Pro, but obviously where they're so blooming expensive, I didn't think it would be feasible to actually do that. So what I've decided to do was basically build myself a Hackintosh. After much research, I picked the parts out that I'm going to use for this build. It's all going to be going into this zone case, which I've got here. So the case is absolutely fine. All I'm going to be doing is basically stripping out the innards, putting the stuff that's actually inside into another tower, and basically giving that to my son so he can use it for gaming. I've been on a number of websites, most importantly Tony Mac, which is absolutely brilliant. You guys have probably heard about Tony Mac before. Well, the people that are interested in building themselves a Hackintosh, it's very important to get the right parts for your build, because if you don't, you could end up with a problem machine, or a machine that won't even load whatever OS X you're going to throw at it. Obviously the latest OS X, which runs quite well on this, is 10.8. So I'm going to tell you quickly about the specs, or sorry, the components that I'm going to be throwing into this machine, which I have actually placed on order, so hopefully they'll be coming tomorrow or the day after, and I'll be doing a complete unboxing of them products, of them parts, and telling you why, or I can actually do that now, why I actually picked them parts. Most of the parts I've picked were recommended by Tony Mac, and some guys, great guys on YouTube, which have helped me pick them out. It was a tough decision because there are quite a few motherboards out there that you can purchase to build a Hackintosh. There are quite a few CPUs and there are quite a few graphics cards. Obviously I want a Hackintosh that's going to be 100% stable. So after much research, I've decided to get a Gigabyte motherboard, which is very Hackintosh friendly. The one I'm getting is the SKT, it's the 1155 socket, Z77X-T3H, D3H motherboard. Pictures basically here, next to me just here. This motherboard is absolutely 10.8 friendly, it's OS X friendly, and it should work straight out of the box. Obviously there might be some tweaks I might need to do via Unibeast, but I don't think it's going to be as serious as most motherboards that are not compatible, so that's why I've gone for this choice. CPU, we're going for the Intel Core i5. This is the 3570K CPU, and it's quad core, so 4 times 3.4 gigahertz Ivy Bridge socket. It's a 1155 socket. It's got 6 megabytes L3 cache, and it's also got turbo boost technology, which I think goes up to 3.8 gigabytes on turbo boost. So now I'm going to basically throw you into screen recording. I've just shown you the bits here as I've obviously explained to them, but I'm going to take you a little bit more in depth over the bits and pieces that I've ordered and why I've basically ordered them. So further no more, say no more, go straight over to ScreenFlow, or Camtasia shall I say, so we can have a quick look on screen about why I basically chose these products. This video is not going to be set up into sections. This is going to be one long video, so you can just basically focus on my build, and I'll be taking you obviously step by step when the parts are here through the actual build. I'm going to be showing you how to put the processor in, RAM, basically creating a Unibeast drive, the whole shebang, so we're ready to go. At the moment they say you need a Mac obviously to create the Unibeast 10.8 drive, so at the moment I've got a virtual machine on this, which is OS X at the end of the day, which I'm going to be creating my Unibeast drive and my mountain line drive through Unibeast on the virtual drive. That's VMware, which is, I've got Snow Leopard at the moment, which does help, but obviously I'm not going to do that until the parts are here. When the parts turn up, then we can get cracking and start the basically Hackintosh build. Now obviously this is my very first Hackintosh. I've never built one before. Everything I'm going to be doing is going to be based on research. I've studied heavily night and day when I've not been at work to basically look up the components, look up, you know, how they run on, you know, how they run, sorry, 10.8 and stability and stuff like that, because obviously stability is very important. There are a lot of guys out there that will build a Hackintosh and say, oh my god, I need to, you know, change back to Windows 7 or Windows 8 or whatever because my machine is not stable, you know, it keeps kernel panicking, you know, 5 times a day. Guys, that's because you're not building it properly, and that's because you're not following the planned instructions that Tony Mac, which is a great website, and I'll show you that in a sec, gives you. If you follow it step by step, yeah, and you get everything perfect, you can have a stable Hackintosh, and it'll be just as stable as a Mac basically that you'll buy in a shop. Obviously there is a downside to this, you know, obviously support, but then I don't, you know, require support from, you know, Windows. You know, I'll go and I'll buy a Windows 7 operating system. If that fails or I get a virus on that, I'll just fix it myself. Support what? Do you know what I mean? This is a Hackintosh, so if something fails, that's the great thing. You can just replace it until you get it right. Obviously this build, you know, it's taken a lot of research, a lot of planning, so it should not fail at all on me. It should be a 100% stable, and that's basically what you guys want to get out of your Hackintosh, a machine that you can trust. So one day, if you turn it off, the next morning you turn it on, you know it's going to fire up, no problems, no kernel panicking, no nothing, stable as pie. So I'll be right back with you for parts. First of all, sorry, the ScreenFlow, and then the section after that will be basically the build. So cheers.